In this morning's Veterans Voices, we're recognizing the Korean War's forgotten heroes. Our Chris Holmstrom shows us a new digital tribute created by a local high school student.
The Korean War, also known as the Forgotten War, was from 1950 to 1953. It was a conflict between North and South Korea. During that time, the UN sent troops to aid South Korea, the U.S. playing a major role. Nearly 37,000 U.S. soldiers died. The Battle of Chosin Reservoir was one of the deadliest.
It was a very grueling and tragic battle.
That's Roy Kim, a junior at Campbell Hall High School. He's made it his mission to honor the lives lost during the Battle of Chosin Reservoir, and he's doing so by this online memorial.
What my website is doing is we're spreading the message and the names of these people who have not been written down on memorials around the country.
Chosin Heroes is his website. In it, he lists more than 1,000 soldiers from all branches. I asked him what inspired him to start the website.
And as a Korean American myself, I felt that I'm kind of living, in a sense, the life they once dreamed of living, both from the Korean and American side.
Kim has also traveled across the country, learning from other veterans about our history. For Kim, his American and his Korean history, and making sure that those who gave the ultimate sacrifice get the honor and respect they deserve. And the home of the brave.
Oh, I got the chills. So beautiful. Well, Roy Kim is here with us this morning to talk more about his passion project. Good morning, Roy.
Morning, Rachel. Thank you.
So nice to meet you, and it was so wonderful to watch that story you did with Chris. First of all, for those people out there who don't know about the Battle of Chosin Reservoir, tell us about it. Why should people care?
Yeah, so for a couple of reasons. The Battle of the Chosin Reservoir happened in northeast of North Korea during November to December of 1950s. Yep. And even going into the battle, it was already one-sided. The Chinese forces outnumbered the U.S. 3-1. And what really highlights this battle compared to others is the weather. It was the coldest winter Korea has ever faced.
Grueling.
And medics had to keep vials of medicine in their mouths to keep them from shattering. Weapons were frozen, making them unable to use. Yeah. And this was actually one of the first times the U.S. military has ever created a custom-built gear for soldiers to withstand the weather. I think the reason why I selected this war and the reason why it stands out to me so much is because so many foreign soldiers, U.S. soldiers, went to fight for a country overseas that they've never seen, never even knew existed, but they still put their lives on the line for the, peace and democracy of a foreign country.
Absolutely.
And as a Korean American, I see the aftermath of this war, and due to geopolitical reasons, the Battle of the Chosin Reservoir right now lies between the border of China and North Korea, and so many bodies of fallen soldiers. They're not allowed to recover these bodies so that they could be brought back to their loved ones, and that's it's
heartbreaking.
Yeah, and it's dishonoring these veterans who put their lives.
Absolutely. Now, Roy, you're a second-generation Korean American. I'm also a child of immigrants. We are grateful for the sacrifice of our service members here in the United States who gave their lives for a country, like you said, they didn't even know. Yeah. So much sacrifice. Why should people out there, people like you and I, people who are not of Korean descent, why should we care? What inspired you to start this project?
So, for two reasons. I think it began in 8th grade freshman year. I was working with a student activist nonprofit organization named Changeist, and my group specifically targeted affordable housing. And through this project, I had the opportunity to meet a few veterans, and it really opened my eyes to how the realities of what these veterans are facing today, and the lack of support system. And it made me realize that my generation, as a Korean American, we tend to forget and not remember the past. We take the lives that we have for granted.
Yeah.
And
I watched
yeah.
a piece, a story that talked about a trip you took to New York. Briefly tell us about that. You met some of these veterans.
Right. Yeah. So a couple weeks back, I visited the New York Evangelist Church. It was a Korean church, and they hold monthly meetings with Korean and Vietnam veterans, and despite there being so few of them still surviving and left, it was an incredible moment.
Yeah.
I sing the national anthem in every one of these events.
Yeah, we heard in that story.
Yeah, and this time everybody stood up.
Yeah.
All the veterans took their hats off and sung along with me. And as a musician and as someone who's doing this project for a cause, it really was a liberating moment.
Yeah, this is the video we're watching of your trip there. You were taught how to fold the American flag properly by these veterans. You use your vocal talents also to honor our veterans. How important is that?
I think words have a limit of, the message that you're trying to portray and convey. So as a musician, and music's been an intricate part of my life, I use music to convey some of my messages and to illustrate what I'm trying to say.
All right. So, and quickly to wrap here, what's next for you, Roy? What's in store for you in this project?
Yeah, so I'm currently working on organizing 2 recitals in Korea and in USC to raise funding and raise awareness for this cause. And I want to tell the audience today that if there's anybody out there who knows a Korean veteran themselves, or a Vietnam veteran, or any veteran, in fact, please feel free to reach out to me.
And where can they reach you?
At chosinheroes.com and my website and my YouTube channel as well.
Wonderful. Roy Kim, thank you. A young man like yourself doing great things. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right. You can find all the information for Chosin Heroes on our website, kcalnews.com/SeenOnTV. Now, if you're a veteran or know of a veteran who has an interesting story or needs help, we always want to hear from you. Just email us at veteransvoices@kcalnews.com. Amanda.
Roy, thank you so much for sharing all of that with us and all that work you're doing. It's absolutely incredible.